Yes, Mrs. Blinsky?
Blansky.
You told my man it was a matter of life and death.
Well, I may have exaggerated a little.
Then I must ask you to please leave.
No. You see, I have to talk to Bambi. I want to make sure she makes the second show.
I'm afraid Bambi will not be doing the second show tonight.
Oh, no. She has to do the late show. It's,
Alas, no. I took the liberty of calling Major Putnam and explaining the situation to him.
What situation?
That Bambi, as a favor to me, would not be doing the second show.
Listen, Ace. Nobody tells Nancy Blansky how to run her production numbers.
Mrs. Blinsky, if it will make you feel any better, I assure you that Bambi will be in very capable hands.
That doesn't make me feel any better. Listen, I've heard about you and your backward country, how you take girls and they're never heard of again.
What? Backward? My dear Mrs. Blinsky, I am afraid you've been seeing too many movies, that's all. American movies. Yes, we used to be backward, but we have made changes, and one day, Qatar will be known as the Cleveland of the Middle East.
You kidding? If you wore that in Cleveland, you'd get arrested. Listen, I want to talk to Bambi.
Mrs. Blinsky, you have nothing to worry about, I assure you. Bambi happens to be a very wonderful young woman, and she is going to make a very wonderful young wife.
What? You've only known her 2 hours.
Oh, love knows no time limits. Besides, my harem needs a blonde.
Well, why don't you bleach a couple of the others you got?
I like her.
You already have 32 wives.
But a man gets bored seeing the same old face every 32 days.
I'm going to go talk to Bambi.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
If you don't get her out here, I will...
You will what, Mrs. Blinsky? Oh, that thing gives me such a headache. Will you be good enough to show Mrs. Blinsky out?
The third floor sporting goods.
Oh, I thought I heard Mrs. Blansky's voice.
She just dropped by to say that you could take the rest of the night off, my dear.
She did?
Yes. Can you imagine? That poor sweetheart was actually worried that I was planning to carry you off into the night.
She's just like a mother to all us girls, always worrying.
Oh, I assured her my intentions were strictly honorable. And that I was planning to marry you even before we went back to Qatar.
Marry?
Oh, say no more. I know you're overwhelmed.
I'm not whelmed at all. I don't understand.
Oh, I love you when you're like that. Feisty. You remind me of one of my Arabian horses.
I never heard that one before. Listen, I'm really so flattered, but I'm just not ready to settle down as yet.
Oh, my dear Bambi, I'm afraid that you really do not have any choice.
We'll just see about that, El Chico. Your Highness. I have a wonderful idea. Why don't I just go call my mother and tell her the good news? You know, Lawrence of Arabia was her favorite movie. Room service. Dial a prayer.
Chorus girl who has a chance to marry a millionaire sheik. Nancy, believe me, she knows what she's doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm going to call the sheriff.
Nancy, don't do anything foolish. Now, when the major gets mad, he starts throwing things around the room, like me.
Okay, I won't do anything.
Thanks, Nancy.
That a green beret wouldn't do. I'm kidding.
Hi, Stud. Hi, Stud. What's going on, Mrs. Blansky?
I'll tell you what's going on. You've got to help me. Bambi's in trouble.
Oh, don't look at me. I never even dated her.
Listen, the Sheik is keeping her prisoner up in his suite of rooms, and we have to get her out.
I just remember one of my fry cooks is on fire. I gotta go help put him out. You rang?
Yes, I rang. You're going to help me get Bambi out of there.
Mrs. Blansky, I'm too short to help.
You'll be shorter if you don't help.
Room service. Hot food coming through.
Go away. You have the wrong suite.
Oh, no, that's the right suite. Maybe you got the wrong room. Who you looking for?
I'm with His Royal Highness.
Ah, I'm with His Royal Foodness.
His Royal Highness did not order any food.
Sure he did. It's right here on the order.
I can't read this.
Ah, it's in Japanese. Abura age kusata konyaku and hold a relish. Not funny. Joking while your Sheik is starving.
Sorry. Let me check with the Sheik. If he misses a meal, he will give me such a gumlok.
Take your time. Gumlocks hurt. Coast is clear.
We gotta find Bambi.
Sorry, Your Royal Highness.
Quick, hide. Your feet are still showing. Jump up. You're not supposed to come down.
His Royal Highness did not order any food.
You're right. This is compliments of the Major. Freebie, big fella.
What is a freebie?
Well, for the Sheik, rack of lamb. For you, heaven.
Ooh, I like them.
Twin cocktail waitresses. Follow me. The light is much better out here near the door. Come in.
Ooh, but I must stand close to the door.
Twin cocktail waitresses works every time.
Oh, Mrs. Blansky, you look so cute.
Yeah, come on. Give me your coat. Get under the cart.
You know, you were right about the Sheik. I'm telling you, he's taking women from Mrs.
This is no time for a chat. Will you get under the cart?
Where's the guard?
He's with Arnold getting a freebie. I'll explain later.
Please, Abdullah. I don't know these girls personally. You only get to keep the picture. Good thing for you, I got the negative.
Next time I rip you in half.
Oh, don't do that. Out. Next time, I'll be twins.
Out.
Where are you, my little pig, Newton?
I'll be right there, little Pooh Bear.
Oh, I can't wait. What are you doing here? You're not Bambi.
What's the difference? I'm a blonde.
Where is Bambi?
Picking our wedding dress?
What have you done with her? You are not leaving this room until you tell me what you have done with Bambi.
Oh, say, that's cute. Listen, I have some cheese downstairs. You'll bring the crackers. What would you like to drink?
No cocktail parties! Where is No more games! Where is Bambi? Will you dance? No, no, no! You're not getting out of here until you tell me where Bambi is. No more games, Mrs. Blansky.
Blansky.
Blansky?
I don't care.
Now listen. Have you ever heard of the Arabian snake torture?
You can torture all the snakes you want. I'm not going to talk. Wow, that's some gumlock. Who could have done that?
Bambi and Arnold told us what happened. Nancy, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay now.
Yes, gentlemen, we were just playing a little game, that's all.
Yeah, hide or be tortured.
No, it's just a small misunderstanding, my dear.
Yeah? Well, Mr. Smith doesn't like those kind of misunderstandings when his friends are involved.
Oh, please, Mr. Smith, no violence. I did not realize these women were friends of yours. I apologize. I apologize. Mrs. Blansky, whatever. I apologize. Oh, thank you. Come, Abdullah. We must find some other entertainment for tonight.
I know twin cocktail waitresses.
Twins? Good. Maybe they'll have a friend for you.
Mr. Smith, thanks a lot for returning the favor. I'll catch a wild ball for you anytime. You're an okay, not big on touching, right?
Nancy, do blondes have more fun?
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. If anything would have happened to you, Mrs. Blansky, I would have felt terrible.
I would have felt even worse.
I know. You told me he was a tough cookie, and I didn't listen. Go ahead, you can say it. Come on. I told you, Bambi. Come on, say it.
Why should I say it? I'm sitting here holding a dumb blonde wig.
I don't know why I do such crazy things. Maybe it's because of my parents.
Your parents told you to do crazy things?
No, just the opposite. They never took any chances. All they did was sit at home.
Oh, well, maybe they took the playing safe bit a little far.
No, they were poor. They couldn't afford to go out. I've always been poor. All my clothes are from the costume department.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
I think you're right. Sometimes I just go a little crazy. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's just that when you go crazy, you involve other people, and, well, those are the people that worry about whether you get hurt or not, because they love you. I know. I'm one of them.
Thank you, Mrs. Blansky. Do me a favor. Just tell me when I'm going too far.
Okay. Let's go home and get some sleep.
Oh, no, I can't. I gotta go meet Pepe.
Pepe?
Yeah, the bullfighter from Madrid.
Pepe's crazy. He's been divorced 6 times.
Oh, he's just a Spanish Pooh Bear. He promised me an ear. Ole!
I gotta hang on to this wig. I'll be in that bull ring yet.
Sneaking into Sheik's room was pretty gutsy, Aunt Nancy.
Might have been pretty gutsy, but I think it was a little crazy. You could have got hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, where you going?
To my room. I gotta read up on Arabia.
Don't tell me. You're going to become a sheik.
Why not? The pay's good. And 32 wives, whoa!
Did you ever hear such talk from a little kid?
Don't worry about it. Wait till he hears he also gets 32 mothers-in-law.
I'll go bring the little Sheik his sandwich.
Okay.
Mrs. Blansky, the Sheik left you this package.
Oh, yeah?
I bet he wanted to apologize for the way he acted. Just make sure it's not ticking.
Oh, I bet it's more than a watch. I bet it's a treasure chest full of exotic jewels.
Wrong. It's an exotic teapot.
No, it's a magic lamp. Let Mrs. Blansky have the first wish.
Right.
We'll leave you alone.
Listen, I'll be happy if it makes tea. Rock Hudson, Rock Hudson.